All right, so you've seen the AI explosion happening all around you, right? And you're probably thinking, how do I get a piece of that action? Well, you've come to the right place. We are going to break down a super practical, step-by-step roadmap for how you can start an AI career completely from zero. And we're looking right ahead to 2026.
So, first things first, do you really think you need a PhD to land a top job in AI? Let's just tackle that head on. Because honestly, the single biggest myth that stops people from even trying to start in AI is this idea that you have to be some kind of math whiz with a fancy degree from an Ivy League school. And I'm here to tell you, for most AI jobs out there today, that's just not true anymore. Not even close.
And just to show you what's possible, check out this number, $159,000. That's the median salary in the US for an AI product manager. I mean, wow. This is an absolutely critical, high-paying job that's all about connecting the cool tech stuff with actual business goals. And the best part? It's totally within reach for someone with a business background, not someone who's spent their life in a research lab. And believe me, that's just one example. So, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do right here, right now. I am laying out your simple roadmap to an AI career, starting from scratch. No confusing jargon, no impossible requirements. Whether you're coming from marketing, finance, or you're just really curious about all this is your guide for how to start in AI. All right, section 1, the new AI opportunity. Why are the doors so wide open in 2026? Look, we've got to talk about why this is even possible right now, because the rules of the game have totally changed. We're in a brand new age of AI, and it has blown the doors wide open for people like you. I mean, the demand is it's staggering. Get this. AI job postings shot up by 81% in just the last couple of years. 81%. And you know why? It's because companies aren't just playing around with AI anymore. This isn't some side experiment. They are embedding it into everything they do, and they are absolutely desperate for people who can help make that happen. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The global AI talent shortage is no longer a future risk, it's a present reality. Think about that. This isn't some what-if scenario for tomorrow, it's happening right now. But here's the kicker, the part you really need to hear. Companies don't just need more brainy researchers. What they really need are people who can apply AI. People who can actually use the tools, who get the business challenges, and who can build real solutions. That is where you come in. Okay, so if a PhD isn't the golden ticket, then what is? What do you actually need? Well, it really just comes down to 4 basic practical pillars. Think of this as the foundation you need to build for your AI career. First up, pillar number 1, AI fundamentals. And let me be clear, this is not about memorizing a bunch of crazy math formulas. No way. It's about getting the core concepts, the what and the why. Like, what can a machine learning model actually do? What's the real difference between something like classification, sorting your emails into spam or not spam, and regression, which is all about predicting a number, like the price of a house. It's really about learning to speak the language, so you can work with the tech folks and actually understand what's possible. Okay, pillar 2, data and basic coding. Now look, there's no getting around this one, but I promise it's way more approachable than it sounds. At the end of the day, AI is fueled by data, so you gotta be comfortable working with it. And a little bit of code, usually in a friendly language like Python, goes a really long way. This is the skill that takes you from someone who just talks about AI to someone who can actually build stuff with it. Then we have pillar number 3, tools and platforms. Here's a little secret. Real companies almost never build everything from the ground up. They're using powerful tools and cloud platforms from places like AWS, Google, or Microsoft. So getting comfortable with the exact same tools that the pros are using every single day, that is one of the quickest shortcuts to making yourself super valuable and totally job ready. And last but definitely not least, we have pillar 4. And for a lot of you watching, this one is the most important. It's your business and domain knowledge. Seriously, this is your secret weapon. Your background, whether it's in marketing, finance, healthcare, you name it. That's not a disadvantage you need to get over. It's your single biggest asset. Why? Because you actually understand the real-world problems in your field. And that means you're the perfect person to figure out how AI can be used to solve them. Okay, so now you know why the opportunity is massive, and you know what skills you need to build. So now let's get to the main event, the 2026 AI roadmap. This is your 5-step plan to actually getting hired. Let's break down exactly how you're going to get from where you are today to landing that job. Here we go. It's a simple 5-step process. It's that easy.
Step 1, learn the basics. Those core ideas we just covered. Step 2, choose your role. Pick a target that actually makes sense for your background. Step 3, and this one is so important, build portfolio projects. Step 4, master the job-ready tools for that specific role. And finally, step 5, apply and position yourself. Get out there and show people what you can do. Trust me, this is the process that works. Okay, I really need to pause and double down on step 3 for a second because it is that crucial. Please remember this. It's not just about learning, it's about building. Your projects are your proof. Look, certifications are nice, but projects prove you can do the work. A hiring manager would 100% of the time rather see your GitHub page with 2 or 3 cool projects you actually built than a piece of paper with a list of courses. Just imagine walking into an interview and saying, yeah, I built this little app that uses AI to analyze customer reviews for my old company. Boom, that's what gets you hired. All right, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But what does this actually look like for real people? Let's dive into some real-world career paths and see how people just like you made the switch. So let's meet Priya. Her story is probably going to resonate with a lot of you. She's a product marketing manager, a classic business pro. She saw this AI wave coming and knew she wanted in. But here's the thing, she wasn't a coder. So what was her move? Did she quit her job and go back to school for 4 years? Nope. She was way smarter than that. She started taking online courses focused specifically on AI for marketing. Then she took what she learned and started working with the data team inside her own company on things like ad targeting. You see, she leaned into what she already knew, and that real hands-on experience was exactly what she needed to land a totally new gig as an AI marketing manager. So cool. Okay, now for a totally different kind of story. Let's talk about Sarah. She's a finance analyst, a master of spreadsheets, but she had literally zero coding background. Her goal was to get into a much more technical AI job. So Sarah's path was all about building those technical skills from the ground up. She started with the absolute basics of Python, built a few simple models, and, you guessed it, put them up on her GitHub profile. Then, to really speed things up, she jumped into a data analytics bootcamp to get that hands-on, structured experience. And that combo, the self-teaching plus the focused bootcamp, was all it took. She made the leap and landed a job as a junior machine learning engineer. See? These stories just go to show you that there are so many different ways in. You don't have to become some super technical engineer if that's not you. If you're like Priya, coming from marketing or business, a role like an AI marketing manager is a perfect fit, and look at that salary. If you're more of an analytical thinker like Sarah, the data scientist path is incredible. And hey, if you love to code and build cool new things, becoming a generative AI engineer, well, that's one of the hottest and highest paying jobs on the planet right now. The point is, there's a path for you. So it's the one thing that connects all these stories? It's so simple. The common thread is that they focused on practical skills and projects, not on getting more degrees. They didn't disappear for years to get a PhD. They rolled up their sleeves, learned practical, job-ready skills, and then they proved it by building real things. That right there is the secret to getting an AI job without a degree. And that brings us right here to the most important question of all. You've seen the roadmap, you know the skills, you've seen how other people have done it. So what is the one small thing you can do today to start your own AI journey? Maybe it's just watching a Python for Beginners video. Maybe it's just scribbling down a couple of project ideas on a napkin. It doesn't have to be huge, but your entire journey starts with that one small step. AI Voice. Subscribe to the channel for more AI career roadmaps, salary breakdowns, and step-by-step guides.